I've cheated death a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's kind of insane. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm Kim and I'll be here today talking about a topic that I think a lot of people oversee or don't notice or don't take appreciation of, how everything always happens for the greater good in our life. Even though sometimes we don't actually see the results right away, sometimes we do see them, sometimes we'll never see them and we'll never know what God or the universe saved us right now from. In Hebrew, since I'm Israeli, there is a famous saying that's akol tova. Everything is for the best, or we don't really have like an exact interpretation of it in English, but everything happens for the greater good. Everything is meant to happen the way that it is. Everything will turn out to be good at the end, sort of a theory. And you know, in Israel, when you share with somebody like a messed up story, or you know, how you didn't get this or you didn't get that job, or you know, you had this really bad morning, and you know, a person will say to you, akol tova, you know, everything is for the better good, you know. And sometimes we don't really know what we were saved from, and you know, sometimes we have these mornings where, you know, we always know where our keys are and then we lose them. That happened to me recently. It's happened to me a couple of times recently. It's kind of weird because I always put in the same place, but sometimes we just don't find them. Or sometimes, you know, we're the type of person that wakes up in the morning every single day early, and for that random reason, that morning we didn't wake up early. And at times what happens is when these things happen, we get really frustrated. And I think it's so important to take a step back, to take a breather. You're allowed to be upset. You know, emotions are emotions. But it's also just as important to take a moment to stop and think with yourself, wait a minute, maybe God, maybe the universe is right now saving me from a situation. Maybe this is happening for a reason. I mean, I always know where my keys are. I'm always on time. This is so weird. Like, maybe there is a reason that's bigger to my knowledge currently at this current situation, that I'm not even seeing, but I will find out soon. That's the kind of message that I like to send out into the universe all the time. I like to be optimistic and know in my heart that there's a reason for everything. And I'm gonna give you guys two stories real quick about situations that happened to me that literally saved my life. I've cheated death a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's kind of insane. I used to hear stories sometimes of people of how they cheated death, and when I was younger I was like, that's so cool. It's like the movie Final Destination. I wonder if that happens in real life. And then it happened to me a bunch of times, and I'm like, okay, got the message. I attracted it. I asked for it. I'm okay now. Please don't face me with any more, you know, cheating life situations. But I'm gonna share with you guys a really crazy story that kind of changed my world even as a kid. Okay, I decided to put my hair down. It was bugging me. I kept looking at it. Okay, so when I was about 10 or 11 years old, I cheated death with my family. For years on end, after moving to America at the age of 8, I used to visit Israel all the time, every summer basically for 2 months. And normally what would happen was my dad would stay in America, me, my brother, and my mom, before my sisters were born, we would travel to Israel. Now my mom, I feel like I grew up to be like her. You know, when I was a kid, it's like she used to pack so many things into one small trip. No, that's not small trip. She used to pack a lot of things into a trip. It was always nonstop. There was no time to rest. It was always seeing a million people, visiting a million places, going all over the country. And so the way that we used to use transportation back then is we didn't rent a car. Israel is very, people use like public transportation, lots and lots of buses. And so at the time, we were in Tel Aviv, and it's literally one of the most profound, craziest moments of my life. So we had stopped by Dizengoff Center, which is like a mall, and we were walking around, and then my mom was like, okay, let's get on a bus and like go to a different area. We're like, okay, cool, mommy. So as we're waiting at the bus stop, my brother, out of nowhere, needs to go to the bathroom. He needs to pee. And my mom was like rushing and she's like, are you kidding? Like, hold it in. And he's like, no, I really gotta go. So he's probably like 6 or 7 at this point, and we were all like, oh, like, hold it in. Like, are you kidding us right now? Like, hold it in. You know, we're gonna be there in like 5 minutes. Just wait. And he was like holding in. He's like, oh, I have to go. And we're like, fine. You know, my mom was like, fine, I'll take you. You know, now we're gonna miss the bus. So we take him, all irritated, super annoyed and angry. Like, come on now. You're a grown man. Even though he wasn't. But, you know, whatever. When you're, you know, when the clock is ticking, you gotta go. So we come back. We go, we ask like this little place. We go, we find, I don't know. I guess like back in the day, like finding a bathroom wasn't as accessible unless you're at the mall or something. You like need to know the owner of a store, whatever. We started asking all these places. It was like wasting so much time. We were super annoyed. We go, we take him to the bathroom. We go back to the bus stop and we wait. And as time goes by, we're getting more irritated with my brother. Like, where is the bus? You know, it's all your fault. And as time keeps progressing, we're getting more angrier at my brother for having to go pee, which is totally ridiculous, but you know how just life happens, right? Sometimes. And we're waiting. And now 15, 20 minutes have passed, a half an hour has passed, and we're just standing there like idiots, waiting for the bus. And literally, I'm telling you guys, this half an hour, we're just like cussing the shit out of my brother without using profanity, but just like releasing like an insane amount of anger at him for not going earlier, for whatever. Little did we know my brother, just saved our lives. So after about a half an hour, there was like this little kiosk shop that kind of sells like random stuff, like they sell, you know, like drinks and snacks and like whatever. And the guy that works there, like, you know, comes out to us and he's like, what are you guys doing? My mom was like, waiting for the bus. He's like, what bus? And my mom's like, the 163. And he's like, are you kidding? Have you not heard? Now, this is like back in the day. Now this is gonna make me sound old, but this is back in the day when we did not have cell phones. And we're like, heard what? And he's like, that bus just blew up. I have chills. No, literally. I have chills all over on repeat. Like from my arm going down my leg, going up. And we don't even know how to even take this in. This is, we're just speechless. We don't even like, we're not even like understanding what the man had just said. And with disbelief and an open mouth, we walked to his kiosk where there was like a small little TV. I really vividly remember this. And we're watching the news. And the bus, there was a terrorist attack. The bus had blown up. There was nothing left. It's mortifying. It's mortifying. It's horrifying. It's so sad. It's so tragic. There was just nothing left of it. It was just like the metals and everything was black. There was pieces of everything everywhere. And in that second, like, our emotions just changed. I looked at my brother. He looked at me. It's like that anger and that frustration that we were building up at the bus stop, like, what is this all your fault? Just melted and disappeared. And we were so present. And I remember looking at him like, dude, you just saved our lives by having to go pee. And it's one of the most craziest stories. And it's really hard for a kid to like even comprehend all of that. It just didn't even make sense. And for a while afterwards, I was literally scared of going on buses in Israel. My mom can tell you this, because I thought it was like, kind of like that movie Final Destination. I thought I cheated death and I was supposed to get blown up on a bus, and I cheated it, and it's coming to get me. Thank God, thank God, thank God. It did not happen. But I mean, it's such a crazy, surreal moment of appreciation, moment of understanding that everything happens for a reason, everything is aligned, everything is for the better good. Sometimes things happen that aren't part of our, what we plan or our journey, and something all of a sudden just pulls us to the side and we don't even know how to react. We're like, what, are you kidding? Save it. Wait 5 minutes with your pee. And, it's like following your gut, following your intuition can literally save your life. It can save other people's life. It's so profound, and it's such a good moment to realize and to think about your life, and moments where you got really frustrated and all of a sudden you're like, you found out something, how you were saved, and you're like, whoa, this is crazy. And because of that situation, I constantly remind myself, even to present time, that sometimes I get very angry, sometimes I have a short temper, and then I'm like, wait, stop. Kim Cohen, stop. Hold on 1 second. Think about this. What if you're being saved? What if God is saving you right now from something that you don't even know? And with that, I will share a most recent event that happened to me, which is about a month ago. My dad owns a restaurant now, and on Fridays we like to go there and just kind of all have dinner, me, my dad, and my brother. And it's like a short day. It closes at like 3 or 4 because it's Friday and it's Shabbat, and it's a kosher restaurant. So my dad had told me to come eat with him, come get food, and take leftovers if I want anything. And I was like, okay, cool, like, yeah, I'm coming. And then, I don't know, I got caught up into Instagram or Daily Pop or I don't know, whatever I was doing. And then I was like, oh shit, look at the time. I have to go. I have to rush. So I was like, okay, got dressed super fast. And my dad's like, where are you? Why aren't you coming? And I'm like, hold on, I'm coming. I already left. That's such a me moment. And then I'm like, okay. So I get to the car. I go down the elevator. My elevator is the most slowest thing in the entire world. It's like 6 or 7 floors in this building. This is the main elevator. It's the closest to my apartment, and it takes forever. And it's the only elevator to get to the garage where my car is located. So I get to my car, and I'm like, where are my keys? Now, my keys don't attach to my house keys because it's like a one-piece thing. They don't attach, or they're always separate. It's super annoying. And I'm like, where are my keys? And I start flipping through my purse. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious right now? I need to go. My dad's gonna get mad at me. He's gonna kill me. I'm like flipping through my stuff. I can't find it. I'm like, okay, what is happening right now? I need to find my keys. I can't believe I left them upstairs. I don't even want to go upstairs right now and try to look for them. I'm like so irritated. Now I have to go back into this door, and there's like this like scanner thing that you have to, through every door in my apartment building, you have to like scan stuff so that random people don't enter the building. So I'm like, now I have to scan this and go up the elevator and wait for it for an hour and then go back up and then go back down, and it's so annoying. And I was like, and then as I was walking to the elevator, I was like, wait, stop, Mrs. Cohen. Maybe there's a reason for this. Like maybe God is like saving you right now from something. Like, what if he's saving you from an accident and you're just being like a spoiled brat and just being, so caught up in the moment and to your feelings right now that you're just like, I have to go. And then when that happened, I was like, okay, I trust that something is happening that I'm not currently aware of. But what if God is truly saving me from a car accident? I don't know why this repeated common sentence kept happening, but it made me feel calm. Maybe he's saving you from a car accident. Maybe he's saving you from something. I was like, I like that. It's optimistic. It's a positive thought. I'd rather go with that than the anger, annoyed and frustrated me. I'm going to go with that. So I went with that. I go back upstairs, I can't find it. Then I realized I was wearing a jacket and I left it in the pocket of the jacket. And I was like, okay. And the whole time I'm like, what if God was really saving me? Wouldn't that be crazy? It wouldn't really be crazy because he saved me 1 million times, but wouldn't it be crazy if something happened and it was just, had I left earlier, I would have been involved in a car accident, or I would have been involved in something, or I would have been stuck at, I don't know, you know what I mean? But something in my heart told me, all is good, dude. All is good. God loves you. Your grandparents from heaven love you. the universe loves you, your friends that have passed have loved you, like, you're always being protected, you're always getting looked after, and everything is for the greater good. So I just, like, when I originally came up with that thought and feeling, my anger and my frustration just melted away, and it was just uplifted with positivity. Behold, two weird ass things happened. And my dad's restaurant is very close to my house. It's literally, I get on the freeway and I get off the freeway. It's like the first exit. I don't know why I use the freeway, but whatever. I kept thinking that. Now, I don't know if I was attracting that. I don't know what you want to call it. I don't know if it was psychic abilities, but I literally stop at a red light. I stop at a red light, literally the last car, and I'm like, it was like Friday, it was traffic on Ventura Boulevard, and I'm like, I wish I passed that light, because like the next, after you pass that light, it's like the restaurants to your right. And literally, as that happened, a car in front of me like pulls over, like what is it called? Like a truck pulls over, like a cute little automobile truck. He pulls over and all of his stuff just like lands. Like, I guess he didn't close the top, and everything just falls into the middle of the street. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's kind of wild and crazy. Like, had I tried to like go, it might have been a car accident. I was like, that's super freaking weird. And then as I make a right or a left, I never know my right and left. You will know this about me. I always say the wrong one. As I pulled over, I was waiting to signal as cars were coming forward to pull into my dad's restaurant's parking lot. I look in front of me, and outside of my dad's restaurant, like, I was so into the moment of just like what is happening now, like me trying to make a left turn, that outside of my dad's restaurant, like literally in front of my freaking eyes, there was a massive car accident. And the car accident happened because someone tried to get out of that parking lot and somebody was trying to get into it. And I was blown away to pieces. I, first of all, thanked God and the universe, like, immediately. Like, thank you for saving my life again. That is so crazy. I was at disbelief. I was at shock, like I always am. I'm like, what? This is wild. Like, did I predict this? Did I attract this? I don't really know. At this point, I don't really care as long as I am safe. And now I know why I couldn't find the key. And I couldn't stop thinking about that the entire day. I just couldn't believe. And it was also like the person who got into the car accident was the person who does a delivery for my dad's restaurant. And then I was like, whoa, like double whoa. I was like, dude, Dad, I call my dad Abba. I'm like, Abba, you don't understand. I like thought this was gonna happen. Like, I don't know, you guys. It's super wild. And this is 2 stories of many, many, many wildly crazy experiences that I've had where I've learned and I've trained myself to try to be bigger than the current situation, than the current feeling that I'm currently feeling. I take a moment when I'm all caught up into my emotion, because, we can be like, oh, happy, and then somebody says something to us and we're like, whoa, or we can just like freak out and flip out in a second. But I always am like, wait, stop, take a moment, relax, take a breather. What is the universe trying to teach you right now? What is God trying to do for you right now? What if something bigger than you realize is happening right now and it's there to save you? And I want you guys to take that with you, because the next time you get really angry about not waking up on time or being 5 minutes late and, like losing your keys or losing something or just things not working out or not catching the right bus, take a moment and stop and realize maybe you were being saved. Maybe you were really being saved and you don't even know it. And sometimes we do find out that we were being saved from something. Sometimes we'll never know if we were being saved from something. But just have faith that everything is for the greater good. And that statement goes with bad things, because we all experience bad things. We're only human. Like, it is okay to be 5 minutes late sometimes, or even a half an hour late sometimes. It's okay. Like, The world goes on. Everything is okay as long as you're alive, as long as you're healthy, as long as your feet are working, your hands are working, your brain are working, you can see, you can feel, you can hear, you have an amazing family, you have a house to live in. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. So I just wanted to take a moment and share that with you guys. I hope I inspired you or made you think. Try to really think about that with your heart, with your soul, not with your ego. Put your ego aside, listen to your soul, listen to your intuition, and try to find clarity in that. And also try to find clarity in the fact that sometimes you just don't know, and that's okay. But just understand and realize that everything is always for the greater good. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this topic. And I want to know if you had any moments when in your life where you were super frustrated or super angry at something, and then you realized that you literally just cheated death, or you literally were just saved from a car accident. The car accident story has happened to me many times in different versions. That was just most recent, so I shared that one. But let me know, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave any questions below so that I know to answer some questions if you guys have, or you maybe want me to make videos about certain topics. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next one.